Hi everyone, I hope you're okay, and I hope that the videos we keep uploading are helping you out. On this video guys, I'll be tackling the 6th question from the preliminary exam which was written in the year of 2023 at the Torah Academy. Please do expect a total number of 12 videos since the question paper had 12 questions in total, and that simply means each and every question will have its own video. And please guys, do take this seriously. I strongly believe that knowing how to tackle exam questions will give you an edge whenever you write your preliminary exam and most importantly your final examination. So please guys, do share the video to your peers so that they may have the same edge as you, and please do help us grow the channel by just subscribing. Okay, we are told that the graph of f of x is shown in the sketch below, and then we are also told that C lies on the graph of f of x. The first thing they want us to do is to show that a is equal to a half. Okay, how can we do that? We are given f of x being equal to a to the power x. Are you together? For us to find the value of a, we must just substitute any point on the graph. We do have a point there of C which was given to us. We know that the y value is 4 if and only if the corresponding y value is equal, the corresponding x value rather, is equal to -2. Are you together? And hence we'll end up having 4 being equal to 1 over a squared. If ever you cross multiply, then a squared will just be equal to 1 over 4. You can take square roots on both sides. You'll end up having a being equals to plus or minus 1 over 2. Are you together? However, guys, the value of a guys is always between 0 and 1. This is why a is just equal to a positive half only. So now I've shown that a is just equal to a half, and hence f of x, let me write f of x over here, and hence f of x is just equal to 1 over 2 all raised to the power x. Okay, f of x is moved up by 1 unit and to the left by 2 units. Write down the new equation in the form of g of x. Okay, so basically over here guys, to form g of x, we must translate the graph of f of x. G of x will be formed if we move the graph of f of x 2 units to the left. That's f of x plus 2, and then 1 unit up. This is f of x plus 1, right? So therefore our graph of g of x will basically be 1 over 2 to the power of x plus 2, and then I'll have a plus 1 over there. So this over here will be the new equation of g of x. And then now they want us to write down the equation of the inverse of g of x in the form of y. Remember that guys, g of x we were given as we were not given, actually we found it to be 1 over 2 to the power x plus 2, and then we have a plus 1 over there. Okay, whenever guys we are supposed to find the inverse of a graph, we are just going to reflect our graph on the line y is equal to x. That simply means I must just interchange both x and y. That means on the left hand side I will now have x, and then on the right hand side I'll have y. I'll have y where there was x before. So I'll just interchange both x and y. So the only thing I need to do guys is to write the equation of my function in the form of y. So basically I'm supposed to isolate y. Are you together? So since I'm supposed to isolate y, I'll take this one to the other side, and this will just be equal to x minus 1 being equal to 1 over 2 to the power y multiplied by 1 over 2 squared. Remember guys, the aim is to isolate y, right? So even here I'm supposed to separate the exponents by using the law that says a to the power m multiplied by a to the power n is just equal to a to the power m plus n. If I want to separate these exponents, I just need to rewrite this statement like that. Are you together? For me to isolate this guy over there, I must just divide both sides by 1 over 2 squared. Divide both sides by 1 over 2 squared, such that this will cancel that. And then I will be left with 4 multiplied by x minus 1 is just equal to 1 over 2 all raised to the power y. All together. I cannot, the aim, guys, is to isolate y. Isolating y simply means you must solve for y. And obviously, guys, if y is at the exponent, the first thing I should think about is to make my bases the same. If I can't make bases the same, just introduce logarithms. So I'll have log of 4x minus 1 is equal to the log of 1 over 2 to the power y. And then this can be written as log 4x minus 1 is just equal to y log of 1 over 2 together. And therefore, I can simply divide both sides by log 1 over 2. And the final answer will simply be the log of 4x minus 1 base 1 over 2. This is how, guys, you're supposed to write your inverse together. So the inverse in the form of y is just equal to the log of 4 multiplied by x minus 1 and then the base of 1 over 2. That's my inverse over there. And then I'm supposed to sketch the inverse of g of x in the same axis as f of x. Okay, I'm supposed to draw the inverse of g of x. Remember that, guys, g of x, we found g of x, rather the inverse of g of x to be equal to, we found it to be equal to the log of 4 multiplied by x minus 1 base half. Okay, if, guys, our base is between 0 and 1 over here, if the guy over there, if this guy is between 0 and 1, that simply means we have a decreasing function. Are you together? So I'm expecting to draw a logarithmic graph that looks like this. Okay, but obviously, guys, there are certain things that we need to know. Né? Since my log graph has x minus 1 inside the bracket over there, that simply means I do have a vertical asymptote at x is equal to a positive 1. At x is equal to a positive 1. Right, together, I do have a vertical asymptote, and I can also calculate the x-intercept, right? How can I find the x-intercept? Always the time for the x-intercept, guys, make y 0, then solve for x. If on the left hand side I have 0, and then on the right hand side it will simply be the log of 4 multiplied by x minus 1 base half. How can I isolate x? The first thing I need to do is to remove the logarithm. I can only remove the logarithm if I make this guy the base on the other side. So I'll simply have 1 over 2 all raised to the power 0. This will now become the exponent, and then that is just equal to 4 together. And then anything to the power of 0 is just 1. This is just equal to 4x minus 4, and then 5 is equal to 4x, and therefore x is just equal to 5 over 4. So my x-intercept, guys, is just 5 over 4. Are we together? 5 over 4 can be written as 1.25 as well. So my x-intercept will just be 1.25. So whenever I draw my graph, okay, let's find an extra point as well. Because if your graph does not cut both your x and y axes, you must at least have one extra point. Which point can we choose? Let me check. Okay, let's choose, let me write over here in red, an extra point on the graph. We'll find an extra point when x is equal to 2. Let's go and find the corresponding y value when x is equal to 2. The corresponding y value when x is equal to 2, that's 4 multiplied by 2 minus 1 to the power half. This is just equal to the log of 4. The answer is just equal to 2 squared. It's just equal to negative 2. So I know that I will have an extra point. I will have an extra point whenever x is equal to 2, its corresponding y value will be minus 2. That will be my extra point over there. Né? So my graph will simply be drawn like this. Are you together? And then my extra point is over there, where x is 2, the corresponding y value is just negative 2. This graph is our g, is our inverse of g. That's how, guys, you should have drawn your graph and probably answered the entire question of question 6. Yeah, so please, guys, do stay tuned and wait for more videos. Thank you for your time.